a lot of noise behind me, but yeah, man. So I was playing a guy the other day or whatever, and I forgot what he did. He
Snapped on
like
you?
he Galactus me. He Galactus me though,
Okay.
and no, sorry, he didn't Galactus me. What he did was he Doc Ocked me, and so he pulled like a bunch of shit out of my hand, but all of it was like decent stuff because I was running a Patriot Wave. So he had pulled out a damn Ultron on me, and that shit just filled my whole fucking play out. And we had like 2 turns left, so he did that shit on like turn 4 or whatever after he electrode or something. So he does this. My whole thing is filled, but I had like a lot of buffs. I had gotten
Oh,
freaking
you were playing Patriot, right? You were playing Patriot?
yeah, I was playing Patriot Wave.
Dude,
They
I
had like seven.
hate when freaking Ultron gets pulled, man. I
Yeah,
hate when
dude.
Ultron gets pulled.
And he always gets
Jeez.
pulled in the area where he's like capped up, and then
I
what I'm saying,
hate
like I
that,
can't throw one
dude.
card down. But yeah, but I had put down already Patriot and Mystique down there, so they had Uber buffs. And then when he pulled my hand, he pulled Blue Marvel and Ultron. So boom, stacks my shit. Like my whole thing
You
is
had
filled.
like all your power, like the best you could
But
do.
I
That's
had
like the best you
everything.
could do.
Yeah, I had like
Yeah.
almost everything out there. The only other thing I could have done
It was
was thrown
Onslaught.
like yeah, Onslaught. Matter of fact, I think Onslaught was pulled. So, but he was pulled in a different area, so it was just null and void or something like that. Or
Right.
no. I think I had Onslaught in my hand, but I couldn't drop it. So I had everything down there that was powerful, but except for like Onslaught or whatever. But
Right.
yeah, so he does this. Magic was used. So there's 7 turns. So he did this on turn 5 or whatever. And so he snapped when he put it down. And so I'm just like, damn, he pulled all my shit out of my hand and I can't play anything. Now normally that would be like bad news. Like you would just leave, right? Because they're gonna have something like Jumanji size huge to put out. But he couldn't throw out Galactus because all my shit was bigger than what the 7 would have been, for
Right.
him to work with. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just see what he has, what he's throwing out. It was only like a 2. It was only like
2
2 or
cubes.
whatever. Yeah, 2 cubes. So we play it and he doesn't have nothing on turn 6. And he just stays. And I'm like, dude, I wonder if this guy's like really like bluffing me or if he's got some shit. Like he's gonna throw out fucking Infinite and then She-Hulk or something like that
He
on turn 7.
tribunaled you or something? Oh,
No.
so he had limbo.
No, yeah. Well, yeah, Limbo was like I said, Magic was out there. So Magic had
Okay.
already changed it and whatnot. So
All right.
it was like, do I like I'm on turn 7. Do I see if he has anything special for me? Or do I try to call his bluff? Possibly, because he hasn't thrown anything. Normally people would just take advantage. Like you can't stop it. I'm just gonna throw everything out. So I was like, all right, let me see. So I just hit in turn, and then he ran with the two cubes or whatever. So it's like, what did you snap for, dude? Like you saw what I had. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he
I know,
snapped. It's like he
man.
tried to
I
bluff
know.
me after he fucked
I know.
up and pulled all my good shit out. Like he tried to bluff me or something. But
And
it's
he
hard to
just
know.
played Galactus on an empty lane. That's funny, dude.
Yeah, but it's hard to know, man. Like what to do sometimes. Like because the bluffing is real, and when you don't want to lose 4 cubes, you know what I mean. It's like you end up running. I've been like really unsure about a play and just snapped anyways, and it's like, you know what, you got to pay to play.
Dude, man,
And
you like you have to like. I used to pull up the bot list on my phone in a separate app, in a separate tab,
yeah,
and then I would pull that list up and I would check each name as I played a guy. Because
okay,
like the best climb, in my opinion, is
uh-huh.
to just like play out people for like coin flips. Like don't stay for more than 2 cubes, and then when you hit a bot, go hard on snapping, and
Yeah,
like
for sure. If you know you have a bot,
just
yeah.
climb. Yeah, but you have to know you have a bot. That's why I said like
Right.
you should pull up the bot list every time you play
Mhm.
somebody just to check. And that's like that's probably the like best way to climb. Like that's what I do is when I'm playing, like I'm checking every time if I'm playing a bot. And if I'm playing a bot, like I snap hard.
Okay.
I go like hard on the snap. Like I almost don't even care. Like, but I'm also like trying to throw. Like when I'm playing a bot, I try to throw, which is why I really liked playing the freaking bounce deck, because you play things like Angela, you play things like Bishop, who have like really low power levels to start with.
Right.
And so the bot thinks they're winning, right? And then they snap. And then you're like, oh, once you get the bot to snap, once you know they get the bot to snap, you can snap and you know you have it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like I liked playing that bounce deck because of that. Like you throw weak power out until the very like last turn, like fifth or sixth turn, then you're putting out stuff. So it's like that was for me the best strategy to climb. But you know, I just think you have to do that in this game because you have to really take advantage of the bots. Like you cannot be walking away from a bot match with 2 cubes. Like you have to know if it's a bot. You have to know, you know, so you can take advantage of that. You know that. That situation.
I guess I should try to find that bot list, man, so I can try to like scavenge through it. But it's like I'm playing on my phone, so I can't really like slide off of my phone to like look up the bot list. You know what I mean?
do.
So,
I just you know I leave it running in the background. I pull up my browser and I go to the bot list. I type in the name, find. I just do the find, and I don't know. I know Google Chrome has it. You hit the 3 dots and you hit find on page, and I just type the name in, and then I check. And if it is a bot, then it's like, oh snap, this is gonna be like I gotta get as many cubes as I can out of this guy. And then like you kind of just coin flip the other matches. So like you're not gonna ever like lose heavy to people, like as long as you're just playing normal. And you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. It's gonna be like a coin flip. So as long as you're beating the bots, like for a lot of cubes, you should always be climbing.
Be progressing forward.
So you should always be progressing forward. It might be slow, but you should always be like progressing forward. I just abuse bots. Like that's how I got there so fast. I abuse the bots. But I also have been playing a long time, so I may have like a high elo. So I see lots of bots. It was probably like 60% human, 40% bots. It might have even been more than that. It might have been like 60% bots, 40% humans. It was quite a bit of bots for me this season, man. Quite a bit of bots for me. I only took me like, not even kidding, man. It only took me like 50 games, like 40 something games.
Damn,
some absurd low amount of games, dude, to like hit infinite.
What also sucks is like a lot of the time when I get to play or whatever, like I'm still like at work, so I can't really like sit there and like play for 40, 50 minutes or whatever. So it's like I could be playing at like a point where it's like it seems like it's like a good window where I'm just beating everybody that I'm playing because my deck is better. And I feel like the moment I close the app or I stop playing, like I'm just my ratio changes and I start getting wrecked and I start going back down again. But it's like I'll be like, damn, I'm doing good. Like I'm matching up against decks that can't fuck with what I'm putting down right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Dude, like, I hear you, bro.
And then
I hear you. It's like the game. This is why I always felt like the game had deck MMR. It's almost like the game knows, like, dang, you won way too much with that deck. So let's start throwing some stuff at you that you can't beat. And it's like, dang, that like is so annoying when the game does that. Like you hit like these little micro metas. We're like, wow, this meta is like directly targeting me for some reason. Right. And it's like now I can't win at all. It's the weirdest thing.
I've got bounce or whatever to fill my whole shit up, or I've got Patriot. And then I just happen to come across a Gambit deck that like tripled up on the fucking, Wonged, Mystiqued, absorbing fucking Gambit.
I know.
My whole field away. What?
It's like, so dumb, dude.
Who had that lineup to be able to do that shit? You know what I mean? That shit would make me fucking serious, dude. I've literally had my entire field wiped away by a Gambit. I don't even know how.
I know.
It was like,
but I think they nerfed
that fucking Onslaught, or not Onslaught, but Odin to like redo it again.
I think they nerfed that. I think they nerfed that because Gambit no longer can actually shoot cards at you if you have no cards in hand.
Right, but if you have fucking Apocalypse in your hand, shit's a wrap.
Yeah, if you have a lot of cards in your hand, it's a wrap. But a lot of guys were doing the combo, and you're using your cards in your hand to do the combo, so you don't have 8 cards in hand. You know what I mean? To blow away 8 cards on the opponent's field, right? Because that's what it would be like when you do it 3. When you're multiplying it by 3, right? It's 2, 4, 8, right? So you have to have 8 cards in it, and that's not even possible for one. 7 is the most you can have. So they were shooting 8 times though without having 8 cards. Now you can't do that anymore. So that dumb Gambit combo. Exodia, they call it.
Yeah,
Exodia is over. You know, like you can't Exodia anymore. Crazy. Anyways, man, I wanted to get your thoughts on these OTA balance changes, man. Like we haven't been live in over a week. Like it's been forever since we talked, man. About Snap. Yeah, I'm like trying to get your thoughts, man. Like, have you tried any of these cards yet? You still sticking with Spider-Ham, right? Like Spider-Ham is still your guy.
I haven't. I mean, like the problem with some of these cards, like Spider-Ham. Well, the problem with Spider-Ham is like, for some reason, like if I look up a deck or something like that, they just don't have Spider-Ham in it. You know what I mean? So I'm not necessarily playing with it because I'm trying to try a meta build or something like that to see if it'll give me any luck to be able to climb, you know? And for some reason, they just don't run it. But I still think that Spider-Ham is a damn good card. It F's me over every time it's freaking played. And I go, fuck. And you can't.
Me
you know
too, bro.
The fact that it's a 2/2 is like you can't even wipe it away now. Like, I mean, you know, like to keep somebody from like rebouncing that shit to their hands, you know, where you could just Killmonger it. Like, not anymore, man. That shit is coming back.
Dude, like I agree, man. Like I don't see it as often anymore. That is true. Like I used to see it like all the freaking time, but I don't see it as often anymore. But dude, the truth remains, when I do see it, he still beats me.
Still F you over.
Like he's hitting Iron Man, or he's hitting Spectrum, or he's hitting like all my freaking pieces that I need, you know, to win the game.
And I feel like I feel like they changed his aiming with this like update or something like that, because before, like, I could have like 2 cards in my hand that were like 6s, and then he would just tap the same one. Like if he went into that location where he was able to the arm reveal is done twice, like he would just tap the same card. So that like didn't really matter. But I've been hit with like he tapped my Ultron and he tapped my fucking Dr. Doom, and I'm like, shit, dude, what? Like, come on, man. Like,
dude, I know, man. Like he still wins games. Like I want to play a deck that runs Spider-Ham. I gotta like figure that out, because like he single-handedly wins games, dude. Like no doubt.
Yeah, he still puts in fucking good ass work, dude.
Have you played with any of these other cards? Have you played with anything else?
I have played with Kitty Pryde. I played with the Zoodle deck, the bounce deck or whatever. And I think Kitty Pryde is still decent. You know what I mean? Like it's just a smaller climb. But I mean, if you get one of those locations where it doubles up, where, you know, it's like that Shuri location or whatever, where it doubles your power each time, man, you're still climbing. You know, that doesn't hurt, and it's still like a good amount of power. I feel like she didn't really get like too phased, honestly. Like I think it still works for throwing it out there to gain Bishop an extra 1 each turn or whatever. You know what I mean? Being able to grow Angela, you know what I'm saying? Like I think she still works. She's just a little less number. And then I think Hitmonkey went from 2-0 to what, 2-2?
3-2.
3-2. Yeah. So I mean, he's a little bit more pricey and whatnot, but I still think if you're running like a Sarah bounce, like you can still, you know, say and get him out there for a good amount. I think he still hits pretty hard. But I haven't really used the bounce deck too much to be able to have like both of those and use them up. So
dude, I was playing a more like Zoo deck. So like I was playing Zoo because I've been playing the free-to-play account quite a bit more recently, you know, our little Snap Squad free-to-play account. And I just love the Zoo deck still. And I was like, man, I want to try a version of this on my paid account where I have things like Kitty Pryde and Hitmonkey, you know, on that account. And that's basically what I did. I just basically made the zoo deck I was playing on the free-to-play account, but I made it with Kitty Pryde and Hitmonkey. And on the free-to-play account, I run Wolfsbane. You know what Wolfsbane does? It's the 3/1.
It climbs up +2, I think, for each body on the
for each body on the location. Yeah, exactly.
Is it 2
so
or 1?
Usually 2. So it usually climbs up to like a 3/7, right?
Right.
And I'm really familiar with Wolfsbane because I always know I've been playing a lot of that free-to-play account, and I know he's three mana. That means I have like 3 other mana. So usually with Wolfsbane, it's like I drop 4 cards on turn 6, right? I drop Wolfsbane and like 3 other cards, right? Well, Hitmonkey basically is just Wolfsbane now because you're dropping Hitmonkey for 3 and then like 3 other cards, right? Yeah. So, and those 3 other cards are giving Hitmonkey 2 power each. So basically, Hitmonkey's a 3/8, like probably 70% of the time he's like a 3/8, which is basically the same as Wolfsbane. He's just a little bit better than Wolfsbane. Yeah, so in my opinion, like I think Second Dinner was trying to make him more in line with like Wolfsbane. And he could be a little bit better because you could play things like Mysterio with him, which will give him a little bit more power than normal, right? Or you could play maybe with Beast. If you're still running the Beast version, you can get some 0-cost cards in there, like a 0-cost Kitty Pryde or something, and you're dropping more than 3 cards on turn 6. But like he's a lot harder to get above 8 now. It's kind of like where he's at. That's kind of like where he's going to be. It's like around 8 power, which is very similar to Wolfsbane. And that's still, I rather have 8 than 7. So he's still just better than Wolfsbane. You know what I mean? But I agree, man. I think Kitty Pryde is like still really, really good. I don't even at all think she's even actually worse. Like there were there's always been quite a few games, bro, where like you draw her on turn 5 or 6.
Yeah, and like, she's still a 1/0.
Like, she's just a 0. She doesn't do anything for me. Like having that floor at 2 now, like really, really is pretty sweet. You know, like she's like a legitimate card in her own right now.
Yeah, because where you would like, I'll just put out Bast or something like that, you know, on the last turn where it's not going to help me out. You can throw out Kitty Pryde now because she's worth a little something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
or even if Spider-Ham was a 1/1. Even if Spider-Ham was a 1/1 still, which he's not, but you would choose Spider-Ham on turn 6, even though his effect is worthless now over Kitty Pryde because she's a 1/0. You know, you're like, well, this is at least better than that. Being a 1/2 is like, you know, half the time now because you don't draw her turn 1 all the time. You draw her turn 1 like maybe 1 every 3 games. So like majority of the games you're drawing her like middle of the game or like late game, right? So it's like she's actually got value. I think she's like seriously just as good. I don't see like any weaknesses there with her. She's just as strong. I feel like the biggest hit to the bounce deck was just Hitmonkey. Hitmonkey was the biggest hit. Hitmonkey isn't getting to astronomical levels anymore, you know, because like it's a lot harder to do like the shenanigans with Hitmonkey, dude. Like I'm telling you, so many games, bro. I would be Hitmonkey like turn 3, and then I would bounce it like turn 4. Yeah, and he's like a 2, you know, a 1/4 now. And then you play him on the last turn, and you're like, this is retarded. He's so high. You can't do that crap anymore. You know?
He
that's like the much. Yeah, he used to get retarded big. Like, so he's the biggest nerf to me to the bounce deck, not Kitty Pryde. This is like a side grade. This isn't like that big a deal, Kitty Pryde. I actually played some Living Tribunal now that it got buffed, and I actually, you know, I had to pull those boxes to try to get Jean Grey, and Living Tribunal was that week.
Yeah. Right.
Like, so I actually got Living Tribunal, even though like, I didn't want them.
Yeah.
But I tried, man, and I could not. Everyone's talking all over YouTube. This got to be lies, man. Like they're all talking about Living Tribunal is like busted now. I'm like, okay, I'll try it out.
You could get them off to work,
dude. It's either Arrow pulling things away because I'm trying to do like the Hela build, you know, where like you put Invisible Woman down, you MODOK, and you Hela, and then you Living Tribunal, and then he just like spreads all that power out, you know, like it's like the sickest combo. But like I swear, you know, okay, I play freaking sweet, I got all the cards, you know, I'm gonna snap, right? So I freaking play Invisible Woman, then I play like, you know, MODOK, and then the opponent arrows me. So MODOK gets pulled out of freaking the Invisible Woman lane, right? Or then like I play freaking, you know, Invisible Woman, and then I play MODOK, and then on turn 5 I play MODOK, and then my opponent plays freaking Enchantress. You know, shuts off Invisible, flips over freaking MODOK. I discard my hand like Hella's gone now, right? It's like there was always some bull crap preventing me from like getting the combo off even when I had it. And I'm like, I don't know what any of these people are talking about. There's always something here that the opponent's using that's gonna screw me over every time.
That's
so
crazy. It's been like ages since I've seen Arrow, dude. Like nobody has busted out an Arrow in like months against.
I know, but I tried Tribunal. That's what I'm talking about. The whole micro meta. Like, how do I all of a sudden run into arrows?
It's so weird.
Like out of nowhere, I'm running into arrows, dude. I'm just like, I don't get it, man. I honestly don't get it. Yeah, like he would arrow me, and then he freaking Odin arrowed me. Right, so like he double arrowed me. So it's like, oh my gosh, this is so retarded. I can't get this combo off once. And I was trying to use him to get the stupid quest where it says like have 40 plus power in a win. Like it's kind of hard to get 40 plus power consistently in a win. So I was like, I'll just use this guy because whenever he gets the combo, it's guaranteed going to be like 100 power. You know what I mean? So, but I never could get it. So I was like, this is just a waste of time. You know? So I just went back to my good old faithful decks, you know?
Yeah, I don't have Leaving Tribunal, but I felt like his shit was only like doable if you did like you know, if you were able to do like Iron Man with like Mystique and then something like big as hell or something like that, you know what I mean? To keep doubling it up, like almost like you just throw everything in one lane or whatever, you know, just to like get it going. But yeah. And then,
I see lots of Magic now. She's all over the place.
Oh yeah. Magic has definitely been thrown in the decks. I mean, even throwing her into a Silver Surfer deck. You know what I mean? Because it's just like it gives you another turn. I saw Magic get used in a Hella deck, and it just gave him so much time to get off the combo he needed. Because I didn't have, you know, none of the tech cards to like, you know, mess with his Invisible Woman or whatever.
Yeah, like Patriot's not gonna beat Hella.
Yeah, he just sat there with like nothing, just whatever was under the fucking card, and I knew it was coming. And I'm just like, damn, maybe something happens, like just fucks it up, like, you know, maybe he doesn't get it off, and just sure enough gets Hella. Like he blew his whole hand away. Like he had enough time where he had blown his hand away with MODOK and had not drawn Hella yet. And he had the time to draw Hella and then placed it. Like, it was literally like a Heart of the Cards top deck type shit where he drew Hella. And then I'm like, this is fucking weak, dude. He had, you know, Giganto, whatever, like fucking like all the big ass cards, and it just wiped me out, man. And I'm just like, dude,
totally,
what kind
dude, you're tough.
You just got, it's 3 cards left in the deck, and on the 7th turn, you draw freaking Hella. You're able to get everything out of there, man.
Yeah, I know. I don't find any success in Hella decks, man. Whenever I try them, they don't work for me. But whenever I play, I swear I get Hella'd like all the time. It's like this game.
Dude, whenever I try to play a Hella, like just like you, man, they were fucking they were Polarising me just to move Invisible Woman out the way. All my shit gets obliterated. Like
there's always like I know there's always like some little thing you never think of that people like end up using on you. Like, Polaris. They weren't running that, you know, to like deal with Hella, but all of a sudden it worked for them, right? Like all these little weird things that like all of a sudden screw up the combo. It's like you start running into like left and right. You're like, how does anyone play these? Because these are cards that get played normally. Like a lot of decks run Polaris. A lot of decks run, you know, Enchantress. A lot of decks run Cosmo. How is this stupid stuff working? But people get it off on me, you know.
Well, one of the things that makes me furious is how little Rogue is used. But when I have my freaking
Patriot, I got rogued. When I was playing Hella, I got rogued a lot too. I know. It's like, where's Rogue? Rogue is effing me over.
Dude, that and Super Scroll. Yeah, let me play my Patriot deck. I got Patriot, I got Mystique out there, I got Onslaught, I got Blue Marvel, Super Scroll. And they just copy everything I have. And they have like random things
man.
in their hand too to get me. It's like, God, dog it, man.
Super Scroll is just like
Just
that,
my
man.
luck.
He's like the
But yeah,
card like you always want to play, but then whenever I play him, he doesn't work. That's what Super Scroll
does
is like,
not.
man.
They never have anything for
He's like
me.
the coolest card, but then when you play him, you never hit nothing good. It's like this game, dude.
Yeah, man. And then and then they had the update with Ghost Spider. I think Ghost Spider is even better now, the fact that she's a 1/2. Because you're really just trying to use her just to get the move effect off, dude. It does not matter about the power she has. You're literally just trying to grow something else that you moved. So, you know what I'm saying? That just buffed her. I couldn't see that as being like a nerf like that.
That's a total buff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's she's way better now.
And then Phoenix Force, like I thought it was dumb to have her at 5. Like I feel like you need her way early in order to be able to actually utilize her, because like killing something turn 4, busting her out turn 5, and you get one move for turn 6, you know what I mean? Maybe turn 7, so you get 2 moves or whatever. I just felt like you weren't gonna be able to utilize her enough. And most of the time, whenever I did play with her, it was literally just to get the weekend quests out of the way of having her in the deck. And she always sat, or she always came at like a time where like there was something like I didn't need to resurrect, like I'm only destroying like Electro or something like that, you know what I mean? Because like I have to wait until turn 5 to get Nimrod off or whatever, so you know what I'm saying, I can't even really use her on that, and I don't want to run a move deck, so putting like,
I was wondering, I figured because you played more Phoenix Force than I have, so I was wondering what your take was on it being a 4/5. That just seems objectively better. Like obviously it's a way better now, but is it good enough still? And I think like I still think her problem is kind of like what you were saying, I think on one of our last episodes, was kind of like you got to make sure you kill like the one specific card you need. And like if you ever kill something other than like,
always grab the other thing you don't
he's
want.
always grabbing the thing you didn't pull.
Electro and Nimrod, and I get Electro every time. Like what?
Yeah,
like, I destroyed so much stuff, and this is what you gave me.
Yeah, that's the thing with her. It's hard to really line her up. You got to line her up. It's like it's really hard to do that, and so I think she just hasn't been seeing them as much play because of that. And also, lockdown decks are a real thing right now, dude. Like you can't really move when you're getting Professor X. You can't really go anywhere when you have Professor X in your way. So I mean, I just think like it's just not working still. But she's still seriously, that's a huge buff, dude. That's a huge buff. She loses a whole point of mana, but only goes down 1 point of power. I mean, it's like that's like way better. And then of course, Ghost Spider's way better. Yeah. But you just don't see these decks because I think lockdown really screws over move. You cannot play move when you have Professor X rampant in the meta, and like Professor X is like everywhere right now. Yeah. So
and then and then Magic, we already know that was like a tremendous buff.
That was just an obvious buff for everybody. Everyone's kind of just playing her. She's been splashing all sorts of things, dude.
Yeah, I mean, she was a worthless ass 5/3 before.
Way too weak. Way too much mana for her, man.
Yeah. Way too much. And then for her to be, what is it, for 3/2? 3/2 now? That's like the sweet spot to be able to throw her down.
Yeah, that's not like nearly as much tempo loss, right? Like missing out on like a turn 3 is fine. Yeah. But missing out turn 5, dude, like you spent your whole turn. Basically, you did nothing.
Card, just to extend it
on
for
that one
more
card. And that's not enough power when your opponent is doing things like Iron Man turn 5 or like Blue Marvel or like Professor Xing and actually winning a whole lane. Like they're winning a whole lane turn 5 and you're just dropping magic. Like you're not going to be able to compete with that. It's just too much tempo loss, right? So like being a 3 cost is like that's like way better for her. She's like way more consistent now.
I think she'll be the perfect card once she hits the fact that you can play her at any turn. Like when they update her to be able to play her at any turn, she'll be a fantastic card that a lot of decks will probably carry. Just because it's like you just need that one extra turn sometimes to grab the card that you need to be able to do like your best combo or
but she will not add turn 7 if you play her on turn 6 though.
Oh, she won't? Okay, but she'll just add.
You can at least play her though for power.
So
yeah, you can at least play her. Yeah, so she's not a dead card because that's like annoying too, right? Like, what if you had Silver Surfer and you drew her turn 6?
3, yeah.
You're like, I'd rather put her down than freaking Goose, right? Because at least I can buff her with Silver Surfer to a 3/4, but I can't even buff Goose on turn 6. So like, there is some value to her being able to, which is why I don't know why they haven't done that already. Like, that is really dumb.
Like you can't even play her. Whole thing in one. Yeah, just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's odd. Like, you can't even play her on turn 6. That's a weird way of balancing her. I think it makes total sense where like her effect just doesn't activate on turn 6, right? Like,
yeah, I kind of wish
that's a way better balance.
That they updated like Ebony Maw a little bit, you know, like the 1/7, like to be able to like pass the 3rd turn, then it's just a 1/1 or a 1/2 or something like that. You know what I mean? That way it's still playable. Because I know there was
so you can at least play him for something.
Yeah, and Ebony Maw would just be straight dead in my hand because I didn't get him on turn 3 or before turn 3. You know what I mean? I get him like turn 4, and it's just a dead card in your deck. Like, they should eliminate the cards that are just like dead weight in your hand to at least be able to play them, even if they're not like as great a value as, you know.
I think I agree with that. Yeah,
because it just takes the allure out of like even wanting the card in your deck. You know what I mean? Because like, oh, that's gonna be
if you're playing Ebony Maw, then you're doing something tricky with it. You're either playing it with
with Sauron, or you're trying to do something else with it. I don't know.
Yeah,
Sauron or Zero or something like that. But I mean, it's like the only way you'll be able to play it is if it's still in your deck by the time you play Sauron. And then you're able to play it. But if not, like, you can't even like Zero.
Yeah, you got to play with Sauron, or you're playing some kind of like, you're playing like Electro Sandman, where you're throwing like Doctor Dooms in there, or like you have additional ways of like throwing cards into there. That's the only way you're playing, because you're never just gonna add freaking Ebony Maw to your deck, you know, like, and hope you get him, you know, by turn 3. Like, he's so alluring, right? Like, he's so alluring. Like a 1/7, you're like, ooh, man, 1/7.
Yeah, it's just strong, so man. Cool. Yeah,
but you never get to play him, you know. Like, you want to play him, you know. Like, you got to like trick him out there. You got to do like tricks to play him. But I guess the next thing, man, we could talk about is the spotlight caches that we're currently in right now.
Okay,
with Legion. There's been lots of Legion discussion, dude. Like, a lot of people Legion are like,
I heard is the best combo ever, man.
Yeah, everyone's saying, is Legion too good for the meta? Is Legion wrecking the meta? I'm still not 100% convinced he's consistent enough.
Yeah,
because but because it seems like it's just so hard. It seems like a lot to commit to on turn 5. Like, that's one of your best cards in your deck, right? Because he's like an end game card. He's a 5-mana card, so you're playing him late game. So you're having to remove one of your late game cards to put him in there, and it just doesn't seem like enough, man. To just change locations, that's enough to make me win turn 5. But I'll admit, dude, when he gets played on me, it's usually pretty annoying. Like, it's usually pretty annoying, I will admit. So I've
only got it played on me once. I haven't seen too many with it. You've probably seen a lot more people with it.
He's played. I've seen him a few times. Yeah, I've seen him quite a few times. Like, whenever you see Storm, I've been Storm comboed. Yeah, I've been Storm comboed. Where I just, you know,
were you able to survive, or you just dip out?
Nah, I just leave for 1 cube. There was one game where I was actually really close, where I was really, really close because I did have Jeff in my hand, and I had a freaking.
I need Jeff, dude. I feel like I need Jeff. Like, in order to run that Storm Legion combo, you just need Jeff.
Dude, you have to get Jeff, man. You got to put major priority on the week he's in the caches, man, and try to get him.
Well, right now I have him in my slot.
He's pinned?
Pinned. Yeah, so I could spend 6K on him, but I feel like I'd rather just kind of wait and see if maybe I get lucky and get him with a cash. But I mean, they're just going to keep dropping more and more cards, and it's just going to be harder and harder to get them. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know if I'll do it, but like I want to.
How many tokens do you have right now?
I've got about like 5,300. So.
Oh, you're right there. Then you're right there.
Yeah. So it's like either I could like drop 3K, get Legion.
You're like one token. So you're like Token Tuesday away. So you're like token, or you can buy Legion. I see what you're saying. I know, man. Legion's a tough one, dude. I feel like I might get them. I think I might get them, but I'm not proud. I'm not happy about it. I don't know how I feel. I don't know if he's like the end all be all. People make him seem like he's the end all be all card, like the best card in the set, like better than Jean Grey. I'm not gonna lie. I've been playing with Jean Grey quite a bit, and I like Jean Grey a lot. Like she like sometimes specifically wins the game for me. Like I know she does. Like there'll be games where like I'm playing a guy and I know like he doesn't have a lot of cards. I can see the kind of cards he's playing. It's like maybe like a 3-drop, a 4-drop. There isn't like a lot of 1-drops, and like it's like, oh shoot, I already know like. Dropping Jean Grey on turn 5 is like really strong because it's like I'm basically manipulating their final turn. Like so, it's almost like Arrow. You know, do you know what I'm saying? Like when you would drop Arrow,
you would drop
like
Arrow,
you would play
drop to that area.
Yeah. Like if you were winning 2 lanes, right? Then you could play Arrow on the lane you were losing, and you would pull everything to her, and you would keep winning your 2 lanes, right? Like. Jean Grey is like very similar to that. Like I could drop her on turn 5, and I know my opponent, let's say, was planning on playing freaking, I don't know, Odin or playing like something big on turn 5. I mean turn 6. Then I know they can only play it where I tell them to play it in my Jean Grey lane. They're
so you can have
like they cannot
have them put it in a dud area where it's not going to go
exactly. I have them put it in the area that I'm losing. They're already winning, right? And like. Dude, she like I know she wins the game for me. Like, or even if they find a way to have like a 1-drop, let's say they draw their freaking Nova. I don't know what it is. Let's say they draw their freaking their Wasp. They have their 1-drop, they drew it. It's like, well, now they can play their one other card where they need to, but I'm doing that too. I'm playing my big card where I need to. Right. Yeah. So it's like I kind of screwed them over. They played the play they didn't want to play. Like they didn't want to play their turn 1 into freaking Blue Marvel. They wanted to play Odin, but they couldn't play it, right? Because Jean Grey was like preventing that from occurring. I don't know. I'm a really big fan of Jean Grey. I've legitimately seen when she wins games for me. And so I can't legitimately say Legion's better than Jean Grey. Like in my opinion, Jean Grey is like really strong. I really enjoy playing her.
I guess
I
just
play her in freaking Thanos decks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Every time I tried playing her, I felt like it was almost like maybe just like I was playing her like way too early, I guess. And it was like, oh, I would think that I'd be able to fill this lane up, but then something happens and I'm like, constricted and I have to stick. But I just I haven't played too much with Jean Grey, but maybe if you got a deck that you think works really well, you can shoot it up.
Yeah, I'll show you the deck that I've been playing with her. And like I said, sometimes I like dropping her on like turn 5, like when I know she can win me the game. Or if I just see like the kind of deck my opponent's playing, you can manipulate.
Because there might be some where it's not going to do anything. Like a bounce deck, it's not going to do anything. But if you play it, when they're just using something big or like destruction or something like that, where they're going to try to blow some away, and then you just switch it.
Exactly.
You got to play
exactly.
It's almost
it sucks, dude.
Almost like a wave or something like that. Where it like dictates that they have to change their frame of mind on how they were going to play their next turn,
Exactly. Yeah, even if you're like, hey, how's it going? What's going on, Blue Dream? You got a Blue Dream in the comment section saying what's up. But we got so Jean Grey, she just kind of like, even if she makes your opponent have to like rethink their turn, that's annoying too, right? They don't get to play that they wanted to play. They got to play a worse play, than their optimal, play. So I'm a big fan of Jean Grey. I think she is the best card released this month. But I guess Legion has given her a run for her money.
Right now.
And it's
just because of play around decks.
And he's only 3K though, right?
Yeah, he's only 3K. But I mean, like, if somebody decides that they want to like start running Juggernaut for those instances, like he won't even hit in the proper location. They'll wipe out the freaking Storm location unless like priority. I don't know if that's what the Storm decks run off of, is having priority to make sure that Legion always gets off. But you know what I'm saying? Like if
well,
I
it's also like he's just annoying too, because he freaking like there always seems to be, not 100%, but it largely seems like there always seems to be some kind of location that's super annoying. I remember I was playing and the dude dropped Legion in the negative zone. You know, the location that's like -3 to all, and I was playing Thanos. So all my stones are like extra weak. They're like -2s now. Like, and he's, you know, Legion, he's a 5'8", but he's still a 5'5" on that zone. Like, I couldn't beat it. So it's like, damn, that's just really stupid. Like, there's always kind of something dumb that he's doing. So I gotta buy him and play with him this weekend, and we could talk about him. But
I think I want to get
raving about the guy.
Like, I feel like I had said something about him before that I wanted him, and you were talking about you wanted Mirage more. But like, I just felt like maybe there was like a way that you could really like F with stuff, because there's just certain locations that could just be so much better for you than your opponent. You know what I mean? Like when you're playing a destruction deck and you see that when a card sits here, it's destroyed. Like, okay, I'll just put that down, and then I have stuff like, you know, things
Nimrod,
that'll duplicate or whatever. Yeah, Nimrod, that'll just freaking wreck a mess. You know what I mean? You can't throw anything down, you know, or whatever you threw down before. I mean, it only works if you can get them out like effectively, you know, or possibly early or whatnot. Like, I still don't know if like turn 5 getting him out really does too much.
Yeah, you mentioned that. You mentioned that to me in a text.
Yeah. I do see that, like with the Storm build or whatever, people are able to kind of pile some stuff in an area and then they just Storm and then they Legion. And because he's so damn high with Storm, you know what I mean? You've kind of won that area for the most part. And then you just got the other areas that you can play with. And then they have Jeff, but I feel like I have to get Jeff in order to be able to run Legion like
effectively,
or at least that Legion Storm build. I mean, there might be another way to use Legion later on,
dude. I see lots of people, man, running Legion just in their deck,
just to run
like he's just to run them, because like he makes your deck more consistent. I honestly don't know, man. Like they run him in like a Darkhawk deck. Like a lot of people are running him on like a Darkhawk deck, and like they're just like playing him out there, just to give themselves like a way to, like you said, like screw over the opponent or find a way to manipulate locations that just kind of like, you know, make things, you know, not work for your opponent. Like, I guess that just seems very high variance to me, but people love it.
I mean, you know, it definitely, like, if you think about like, oh, I don't got Cosmo or something like that, you know, you could possibly have access to one of those locations. Hold on, buddy. You can have access to one of those locations that don't allow for on reveal effects or something. But I guess Legion wouldn't pop out on that one, right? Legion is an on reveal, so his wouldn't.
Yeah, but maybe you can like do the one that shuts off ongoings, right? Like every location's that now, and you're like, dang, you just shut off their Dino. Yeah. You just shut off their Darkhawk. That sucks, right? Like that's terrible.
It might be like a good little like card to put in, and then you're like, oh, you can use it or you can't. You know, and the rest of your deck, you know, you can use that. But yeah,
you do some crazy stuff with Legion. I gotta play some games with him. I definitely gotta try him out and play some games with him, see how I like him. But I know you were big on him. You kind of felt like he was cool from the start. I wasn't, for sure. Yeah.
Sorry, what?
You signed in with a Minecraft account?
No, they needed like an Xbox Live account or something like that with Minecraft.
You can't just do like a Microsoft one?
You could do like the basic shit. You could just start. You could just press start. You don't have to sign in. But yeah, man. So I had definitely was curious about that card, and I had like some ideas about that card, but you know, you never really know until you make it. And I'm not a great deck builder to just like know, oh, this like synergizes with this card and this card like that well. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely want to see it. But yeah, it's just it's like, do I just keep going without you know, Jeff, and you know, hope to grab him at some point in time later and grab some of these new cards, or do I like,
how many spotlights do you have saved?
I only have one right now.
You have one?
Yeah, I only have one. So I know I had
I don't
just
remember when
used
Jeff's
my
week
fort
is.
for this month, so I gotta like.
Yeah,
work
I don't
my way
remember
back
when
up.
Jeff is, man.
Is Jeff supposed to be popping up on the list? I don't think so. Or yeah, actually, I did see him, right? But he was like way down the list. Like he was like in October, November or something.
Who?
Jeff. Wasn't he in like October or November that he was popping up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think it's the first week of September, huh?
I don't even know. I'm trying to see. See some stuff. Let me see. Week of 7/18.
Yeah, I think he's like the first week of September, and that's a long ways for you to wait, though, man, for your Jeff.
That is a long way to wait. 8/8/8/15. I'm still not seeing Jeff, bro.
Yeah, here it is, the Spotlight Cast schedule. If you look at my screen here, you can see the future Spotlight Cast schedule here. And August, he's right here. Yeah, he's the first week of September. So September 4th to the 11th is the Jeff week. Gotcha. Dude, and Null again? That sucks.
That does blow. And Ghost Spider on that one. Damn, dude. It's literally just Jeff.
See, if you pop Cassius for Jeff here, bro. Yeah, dude. If you pop Cassius for Jeff here, you're gonna get some garbage. Yeah.
That's gonna be a waste.
That's like our 9th Null variant. I have so many Null variants, dude. It's like ridiculous.
That's the Dracula looking Null variant, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is cool looking, but I mean, it's like we literally just got this one. No, you didn't, because you got freaking lucky.
Yeah, you grabbed the Null, but I was able to.
I got this. I got this one. I got this Null variant here.
Why do they keep like putting the same cards in there? I don't understand. Like,
I don't know why Null is coming up again, man. I don't get that. It's just, I don't know.
Because they're showing you so far in advance, they should literally be spread out a lot more. There should be no way that I see another Null within 2 months.
I think big bads should maybe be featured more frequently, like maybe once a month.
Well, I mean, they have, right? Null? Evo, Thanos, Galactus. No, but
we have Thanos here at the end of July, 4, right? But we don't have Thanos in September, or we don't know yet. Maybe he will come back. But I was trying to get my freaking free to play account up so I can get a Spotlight cash for a shot at getting Thanos. Like, I'm not even going to be able to get there in time to get Thanos, which is annoying. That's what I was talking about before. It's like, I don't know, like 370. I got to get to like, it's not possible. Like, it's not possible for me to get up.
Credits?
I don't get enough for. I have like 4,000 or 5,000 credits, but I have no way to spend them because I have no boosters.
Okay.
And even if I did have the boosters, I don't even think I have enough credits to like get me up there to even get a Spotlight cash. So it's like, this is my one window to try to get Thanos, because I really want Thanos in that free to play account. And I can't get them, so it's like really annoying. So it's like a bummer. So I'm hoping they bring back Thanos in a future week here, but there's not. It's who knows? It's at least a month. It's at least a month and a half away before I even get a chance to maybe see him again. So I'm annoyed by that stuff. I'd rather just get the freaking tokens, man, so I can just target what I want. But like, they totally took that away from us. So, you know. Anyways, man, you there? Yo, sucker.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, man, but
just the last thing to talk about here was they came out with the announcement that in the next patch, the random Series 4, Series 5 Spotlight cash
Yeah.
will now be changed to a premium mystery variant to 1,000 tokens. So if you already have the Series 4 or Series 5 card, like if you already have it, then you will get 1,000 tokens instead, which is way better than a premium variant of a random card in your entire collection.
So that mean that like if you had null and you were going to pull null, it was just going to be 1,000 tokens instead of just giving you like a different variation of null?
No. So remember we were talking about this last week, where if you have a Series 4 or Series 5 in the Spotlight Cache, you get, because the Spotlight Cache, there's one of 4 things you can get. You can get the new released card, you can get the Spotlight Series 4 card, Spotlight Series 5 card, or the random Series 4 or 5 card.
Yeah.
And if you already have that random Series 4 or 5 card, which, because it can launch duplicates, we talked about this last week, it's not giving you a random Series 4 or 5 card you don't have. It's giving you a random one. So you may have it. And if you do have it, then it re-rolls as a premium mystery variant. People were just getting crap. Like they were getting like Baby Angela, right? Or like Forge.
Right.
Like really bad cards, you know? And like that aren't even anywhere near the same level as like the other 3 Spotlight caches.
Right.
So everyone's up in arms over that, and I was up in arms over that. I'm like, that is so bad, it's not even funny. Like that Spotlight cache is so bad, it's not even funny. It's not even close to the value of the other 3 cards you can get. So everyone outcried over that, and so they came out with this announcement that from now on, if you have the card that you get, instead of re-rolling as a premium mystery variant, it's going to re-roll as 1,000 tokens. So that's going to give you a little bit more token acquisition now than we had before.
Yeah.
Every now and again, you're going to get 1,000 tokens, which isn't bad. And that was supposed to be coming next patch, but they also came out and announced earlier this week that they did it in a hotfix. So it actually is live right now. So if you happen to pull a Series 4 or 5 card from your Spotlight caches, you will get 1,000 tokens instead now. So that's already live.
You already have it. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you were waiting to pop your Spotlight caches because you were afraid of getting a Series 4 or Series 5 duplicate box, then you don't have to worry about that anymore, because at least now you get 1,000 tokens for it.
Okay. Which, that's a good update. I mean, that was definitely something that you were worried about and whatnot. And I think though, like, I think if they had just changed it so that you just got a new Series 4 or 5 card, you know what I'm saying, as well.
Well, they would love, dude. That would be like amazing, right? Yeah. But then they're definitely worried about that because you'll finish your collection so quick.
Yeah, I'm wondering though, when are they gonna throw something else into Series 3? Do you know when?
Dude, it's gonna be a long time. It's gonna be a long time, bro.
We have this amazing ability to be able to cash in on a Series 3 card every month, and you can't fucking use it once you have your Series 3 complete. Like, come on, man. Like, I have a claim. Like, at least let it be like a Series 3 first, and then a Series 4 and Series 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got Series 3 all the way claimed up, you could still press the button and you'd get a Series 4 random. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would be nice. At least make that usable. Like, that literally only helps the people who just started the damn game, you know? Like, do you have that claim ability for your free to play?
No, I haven't hit Series 3 yet. That's why I can't get a Spotlight cache, because I'm only like collection level 300 and something.
Wait, so because you haven't even jumped into the Series 3 area, you can't even begin to collect the Series 3 card?
No.
Wow. That's nuts, man. Yeah, that's nuts.
So, yeah, it's a weird experience playing free to play, that's for sure. I think like they should not. I don't think they should do what you're suggesting. Like, that's too much. Man.
Why?
I just get a free Series 4 or Series 5 card every month. Like, there's no way they would let.
They put so many.
Way they would let that.
No,
I'm just saying, like,
plus
I'm
everything
just saying,
else.
like, from like, would I not love that? Yeah, I'm just saying from like their perspective though, when they're trying to get you to spend money in their game on cards, like, there's no way they would do that. Like, you would finish your collection so quickly, like, because they're releasing 4 cards a month, right? but you're getting one of them with the season pass. You're getting another one of them with your spotlight caches. Right? And then if you get one other one for free, like what are you spending money on, man? Like
the premium, the season pass, man. That's what you're putting your money on, is the season pass.
Do you think they could survive as a company if people only ever spend money? The only thing they ever buy is a season pass. Like that's it. I don't know. Man.
People buy more than the season pass, you know, especially like all the big YouTubers. They literally will just throw down like $100 just for a video, you know.
Yeah, but there isn't enough of those people, man. There isn't enough of those people. There's like
I don't know, man. I was looking at how many YouTubers was just in that little thing that they had popped up, the Conquerors event. There was quite a few of them, man. 20. There's like 20 guys.
I'm just 20 saying, there's
named YouTubers that
I wish they would change the game's emphasis more on cosmetics than card collection. But right now, the way they're making money is through card collection, and it's very annoying. But they have a cosmetics problem too, because I swear, once you get a cosmetic you like, you're not going to ever change it. Like I got my one Darkhawk avatar when I spent that money on that ×3 value, man.
Right.
Dude, but I'm never gonna put another avatar on ever again. Like I'm never gonna buy another cosmetic avatar like ever again. Right? Like I already have a cool null variant. I'm not gonna want to buy that new one, right? Like I don't know. I feel like once you get one that you like,
if they were
problem
cheaper,
with this game.
I think if it was cheaper, you would just buy stuff, right? Like if the variants that were in the gold shop weren't 700, 1200 gold, you know what I mean? They were like 300, 400. I would probably buy like a couple of little variants and stuff just to have like a pixel deck, you know what I mean? And just drop gold. Like I get it.
Yeah, that's cool. But like I'm just saying, like I think the problem is that, but also the freaking boosters to get it up. Like it starts off as like the crappy version of it, and you want like the infinite border version, and you got to like do it all over again. It's like I've had the base card, you know, since launch, and so I'm just like constantly upgrading that, and like, oh, cool, a new Thanos variant, but I don't have the boosters anymore to boost.
Yeah, because you've already used them. Yeah, that's kind of like how it goes with the new card that they released with the battle pass, right? You always just keep the main one, and you might upgrade it once just to get the collector's level with the 25 credits.
Yeah,
and you're just waiting for the next one at like level 50, so that you can
save the rest for the better variant. Yeah, exactly, exactly, dude.
Yeah, so
I just think like if they had a way to like pin a card for your boosters, how dope would that be? Like, oh, I'm pinning Thanos. So whenever I play a game, whenever I earn boosters, it's for Thanos. Like, how dope would that be?
This one, yeah.
That would be so sick, man.
Technically, they have one card that does that already right now. Good old Agatha. Yeah, she does that. She guarantees that she gets all the boosters if she's ever played.
She steals it all. Yeah, she steals it all.
Which is it's a clever little way to run the card, but I wish like a couple more of them had that shit. Like the big bads should be like, this is my shit, you know, for Thanos or something like that. Like just take all the fucking boosters.
Sucks it all in, dude. Yeah. That'd be dope, man. If you're running a thing with like two big bads, there's like a clash of big bads, dude.
Yeah, man. Like High Evo should be like, I need this for more experiments or something like that. You know what I mean? And take the boosters.
That'd be sick. Yeah.
Fucking King should have some shit where, you know, like he reverses time. Like you see a card pop up that's like not King, and then the boosters goes to it, and then all of a sudden it goes and it gets sucked away, and then Kang pops up and like, these are mine. Like these belong with me or something like that. You know
Dude, it'd be cool too if there was like a little mini game at the end of the match if you had like more than one big bad in your deck. And like it's just like a little ding, ding, ding. Thanos wins this time. He gets the boosters, and then like ding, 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 ding. Oh, Hayuko wins this time. They get like they fight over the boosters, the two big bads. That'd be cool. Fun. Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, like the changes are slightly getting better. I mean, I thought that they had done some like really good changes like a while back, and I feel like the Spotlight Cache kind of like low key effed like people in my position that have quite a bit, but not like all of it. You know what I mean? By taking like all of my my caches and reducing the fuck out of the values of those caches to like, you know, fucking morsels.
Dude,
and then
the thing is weird. Like
way.
the thing is really weird. Like I will say, like if you look at the math, it's just as many cards as before. But the problem is, it feels bad. The system just feels bad. Like I was popping caches yesterday too. Like I don't even save them anymore. If I get a golden cache, I just pop them. Like there's no fun in saving them. And I'm telling you, when the 50 tokens pops up, that feels really bad. It has like the reverse effect of like, you know, the dopamine hit. Like before, when you got like the 600 tokens, you feel it in like your dopamine spike.
Yeah, like you like fuck yeah, man, 600 tokens. Hell yes, dude. Maybe I'll get it on this next one. 300 tokens.
Like it feels good. You're having fun. Like you're having fun. It feels good. Like even if it doesn't matter, it just feels fun. Like popping a 50 is like a reverse. It actually like feels bad. I feel like my life gets drained.
I feel like I got
robbed. You feel like you got robbed. It feels really bad.
Now the only excitement you get is like 200 credits.
That's like okay. Like when you get a 200 credit or a 300 credit, like okay, that was pretty cool. But the 50 token is like a real feel bad moment for sure. But all right, man, I'm gonna dip out of here, bro.
We're gonna hopefully we'll get good updates and whatnot for next month's OTA changes and stuff. I don't think there'll be anything next week, so yeah, we'll see.
We got the new season. Oh, actually, next week we got the infinite conquest opens up.
Yeah,
so I think we have OTA next week. I think there's OTAs next week, if I remember right.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get a ticket, man. I gotta find a deck that's good for that. For running the conquest, because sometimes I just run in and I just get smashed on, but random.
This is actual card coming out, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, man.
Okay. All right, man. But thanks everybody for joining us. You know what I'm saying? Giveaways is always around. Comment, like the video, you know what I'm saying? And until next time, we'll catch you later. Deuces.
Peace.